Hi, installing Windows Server 2008 via VirtualBox. That's what we're going to be doing today. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to access VirtualBox. So you want to go to any of your IEs, either Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, any of your internet browsers. You want to go on, I'm going to go on Internet Explorer. And then in the search box, I'm going to type VirtualBox. After the search results come up, you want to go to this settings right here, www.oracle.com/tech-network-server-storage/VirtualBox downloads. The reason why you don't want to go here is because this VirtualBox here wouldn't give you the actual installed file itself, which is kind of weird. I don't understand why it does that, but when you click on it, you're not going to see a download for it. So I'm going to click on this one, and when I click on it now, it will take me to same Oracle website, but another variation of it. And on this page now, it's going to show me many different options that I can use. You see Ubuntu, it have Oracle Linux, but the one we're going to work on is Windows here, and we're going to go to Windows Installer. I have a 64-bit operating system on my computer, so hence the reason why the 64-bit will show up on my machine. I don't know, maybe it doesn't have the 32-bit, but for me, I use the 64-bit. So I'm just going to click on it. And when I click on it, it's going to give me the option to save it or to run. Right, I'm going to click on run. So while this is running, it's going to take its time and download. And once it's downloaded, and once it's completed, we will run the program, and then after that, the program will start to install. Hi guys, welcome back. So the next step we're going to do now is to click on run. When we click on run, the next step you're going to go on is click on next. Now for this part, you can use any part of your drive that you require, that you want to use. I will use H because that's where I have space on my computer basically. You can use C, you can use D, E, F, whichever one, or whichever drive that you have space on, you can install it to that part. Click on next. It has many different shortcuts here that you can utilize. I'm just going to click on all. Click next. I'm not going to click on yes because I already have it installed. But when you click on yes, it will run with the installation. And then when it's complete, you click on finish and then it will be installed. So catch me on the next part. I'm not going to click on yes because I already installed VirtualBox already. And so all you have to do is click on yes, wait for the program to download, to install, and then click on finish. The next thing you want to do now is to get your Windows Server 2008 file and convert it to an ISO if in the event you have to do this. I already have it in, as I can show you here, in zip format. So what I'm going to do now is to show you how to get it to ISO format. So what you want to do is right click, go on any one of your ISO files that you have, whether it's Magic, Power, or Daemon Tools. I'm using Power. I'm going to open it with Power ISO. I'm using an unregistered version, or trial version. So I'm just going to continue unregistered. I'm going to click on Server 2008, and then I'm going to press File. I'm going to save it as, well, I already had Server 2008 there, Server 2008 ISO. I'm going to click on Save. When that is complete, it will show up on the my desktop, and then I can proceed from there. So Server 2008 has been successfully downloaded or saved, and it's on my desktop, as you can see right here. The next step we want to do now is to go to Start. You would see Oracle VirtualBox will be installed on your device, and you click on it. After that, now you're going to click on New, and you're going to name this Windows and this version will automatically change. I have a 64-bit operating system, so therefore this is correct. Click on Next. I'm going to leave the memory size as default. I'm going to create a virtual hard disk. VHD virtual hard disk. That's where I'm going to go. Click on Next. I'm going to go to Fixed Size, and I'm going to leave this at 15 gigs. Now it can go higher, but in and around 15 gigs, because I don't have much space on my machine at the moment, so this is what I'm going to have to use. It will work for whatever else, for the other step that I have to do, which I'll show you later on in the video, but it will work, which is, I can say it now, it's to partition the drive. I will be able to show you guys it even with the limited space. So I'm going to click on Create. It's going to take a couple of minutes. It's not really, it's a little bit misleading here because it's in 1 minute and 26, but as you can see the timer is going up instead of going down. So we wait, and when it's complete I'll be back to take you to the next step. Hi guys, welcome back. The next step now that we need to do is we need to go to Settings. We're going to go to Advanced. Well, sorry, not that. We go into, not that advanced. We go into Network. We go into Advanced, and we're leaving this at Intel Pro 1000. Then we'll go to Storage. We'll go to Empty here. We'll click on this little CD here, and we're just gonna go down to choose optical disk file, and the Server 2008 that we did convert to an ISO file. We just click on it. Then we click on OK, and then we click on Start. I'm just gonna take this off right here. As you can see, the server starts to load. You see the Windows sign here, the 2008 sign. Alright, so now this will show up now. Windows Server 2008. There are different variations of it. I have the R2 version. I'm just going to leave this as is. I'm going to click on Next, and then I'm going to click on Install Now. You'll see the sign that says Setup is starting. The next thing we do now, we go to 2008 R2 Enterprise x64 version. Now I have, again, I'm going to repeat this, I have a 64-bit operating system, as in a general OS, not in a virtual form. I actually have a 64-bit operating system, hence the reason why all of these will show up as 64 and not just 32. So I'm going to click on Next. I'm gonna accept the terms. I'm gonna go to Custom Install Windows Only. I'm gonna click on Next. and then it's gonna install. So when this is completed now, the last step that we'll do now is to partition the drive. Right, now that the installation has been complete, you'll have to type in a new password. Now the password, I will put the password in the description below, or I'll put it somewhere on the screen around here so that you'll see the password itself. It is password, but it's done a little bit different. So I'm gonna do this. Well, basically, the one that I know of, I should say, is password. So when you press that now, press this button, your password has been changed. Right, so now that the desktop is preparing, we have one last thing to do, which is to partition the drive. So as soon as it shows up, I'll partition the drive one time to show you guys. Okay, so let's go and partition the drive. So I'm going to click on start. I'm going to right click on computer. I'm going to go on manage. Then I'm going to go to storage. Then I'm going to go to disk management. Right. After we click on disk management, you'll see that you have your two drives. You have the reserve drive, which you can't have access to, and you have your C drive. What we're gonna do is we're gonna partition the C drive. So what we'll do is we'll right click. We're gonna go to shrink volume. So basically we're gonna shrink the drive so that we can create a second partition for it. Right, so telling us the best thing to do. I'm gonna put this at just for purposes, I'm gonna put it at 450 megabits, because it's basically just to show you guys how much it's gonna shrink to. Obviously, if you have a bigger hard drive, you can shrink it to more. So I'm just going to leave it at 450 megabytes. I'm going to shrink it. Right. So now you see the 451 megabytes unallocated. You're going to right click on this now, and you're going to create new simple volume. Click on next. You can leave, well, because it's 450, I'm going to utilize all the space. So I'm going to put it as 449. I'm going to leave it as the letter E. I'm just going to click on next. I'm going to format it. Click on yes, on next. And I'm going to click on finish. And now you're seeing the new volume E has shown up here. So to finally check it, I'm going to exit this. I'm going to exit here. And I'm going to go to start. When I go to start now, I'm going to go to computer, and there you go. So in this video, what we did, just to recap, we downloaded VirtualBox. We converted the ISO zip file to an ISO, well, the Windows Server 2008 file to an ISO. We installed VirtualBox. we install Windows Server 2008 on the VirtualBox, and we partition the drive. So I want to say thank you very much for looking at this video, and I hope to see you in the next video.